Assalamu alaikum. I'm excited because alhamdulillah I woke up 6 pounds lighter this morning than I did yesterday. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean I lost 6 pounds of fat in a single day? No. It means that I was a little bit bloated. I was carrying some water yesterday, and today I dropped some water, but I'm on the right track. Again, weight loss graph never looks like this. Weight loss graph always looks like this. There's fluctuations up and down, and some people fluctuate a lot based on water, sodium, so many different things, right? Carbs as well. So I wanted to kind of give you guys an update because yesterday I was telling you guys, hey, my weight's up 3 pounds. Today I'm saying, hey, my weight's down 6 pounds. So again, fluctuations are very normal. Water retention, stress, sleep, bloating. There are so many factors that factor in to what your body weight is, which is why you can't be obsessed about what's on the scale. And you also can't get overly excited either way. Because if you get overly excited that, like if I get super excited, I'm like, oh, I was 206 today, I'm doing awesome. Then tomorrow I'm 207 or 208 or 209. Oh no, I lost my partner. Don't be that person who's so up and down, so obsessed with the results. It's great to be results oriented, but it's not good to be results obsessed. What does that mean? Well, when you're results obsessed, it means that you let your mood be dependent on where you're at with your results. And that's how I used to be for a long time. Like if I woke up one day and I looked shredded, I was like, awesome. If I looked up one day and I looked a little fat or bloated, I'd be like, no, I messed up. And this just caused so much psychological harm and loss of motivation and inconsistency that was not necessary. So what I highly recommend is just, celebrate those little wins, be happy about it, but don't get like overly destroyed when things don't go well. Try to be a little bit more even keel. And I'm like a very emotional person, so obviously I'm speaking to myself just as much as I'm speaking to you guys, but it is a lesson I've learned over the last 15 years, alhamdulillah. So I wanted to kind of cover a couple things because of course there's a couple caveats with the 206, and just to kind of fill those of you in who are not aware of my journey. So after Ramadan, I was actually about 212 after Ramadan, right? And I did like a little, reverse diet because after Ramadan, oftentimes people's metabolism gets suppressed. So I did like a 3-week reverse diet where I was just focused on building muscle, eating more, eating clean. And the first 2 weeks was great. I held 212 and gradually increased my calories. But then week 3, I kind of just went off the rails. And this is a big mistake a lot of people make, including me apparently, where you overeat when you're in like a calorie surplus or bulking phase. And that's the tricky thing is whenever you're doing a bulk, you always have to keep it lean and clean. Whenever you're doing a reverse diet, you have to keep it lean and clean. If you don't do that, you're going to gain fat. You're a lot more vulnerable to fat gain when you're bulking. Like when you're cutting, you can have a day where you go over on fats and under on carbs. As long as you get your protein in, as long as you don't go over on calories, you're still in a deficit, you're gonna do well. But when you're bulking, if you get too many dietary fats in there or too much sugar or something like that, you're in a surplus. So that is gonna rapidly get stored as fat very easily. And of course, water weight. I mean, there's a lot of factors. I don't wanna scare you guys, but point is just always eat clean and you'll do well. Eat clean, get lean, be on point with your deen using the Modern Muslim Man routine. So essentially that 3rd week of the reverse diet, at the end of it, I ended up at 216. Now, again, that was probably mostly water weight. I didn't gain 4 pounds of fat in a week, but that was when I said, okay, cool. I definitely need to tighten things up. And reverse diet could be 3 or 4 weeks. It really depends. I mean, for some people it could be 4 to 6 weeks. But after that, I said, cool, I'm going to get back into weight loss. So first week got down to 208, which is awesome. And then on Sunday this week, I had a cheat meal. And Monday I weighed 209. And then Tuesday, after like double dosing my creatine, or double microdosing, because I'm only microdosing it because I'm scared of hair loss. But I ended up at 212 yesterday, and now I'm 206. Now, 206, it comes with some caveats. I'm definitely a little bit flat this morning, even though I actually ate over 200 grams of carbs yesterday. And my fats were pretty low yesterday, yet my calories weren't that low, but either way, I have been doing a lot of steps. Like, 2 days ago, I got 20K steps. Yesterday, I got 17K by accident. So I could definitely tell that my body's getting a little bit fatigued. And even yesterday, my performance in the gym wasn't that good because I didn't eat enough carbs before my workout. I only had 70 grams of carbs in the day before my workout. The other 130 was after it. So part of my strategy this time around with the fat loss is I'm doing something I usually don't recommend for most people, which is like doing fasted cardio in the morning. And what I mean by cardio is these morning steps. So you guys have probably been seeing, I've been going live almost every morning because I love doing this while I'm going for my morning walk. It's a lot of fun and it's very motivating. And I'm in a great flow state as I stack wins for my day at 6:47 a.m. and I'm going and getting my steps. And a lot of these days I've been getting like 10K steps before noon. It's crazy, subhanAllah. Today it's going to be a little bit less. I'm going to go a bit more moderate. And even though I am fasted right now, I am going to make sure to carb up adequately before the gym and just focus on getting my gym performance back up because I went a little too sharp in the deficit and wasn't really front loading enough of my carbs. So I was all about the carb backloading. I do enjoy carb backloading because when you have a lot of carbs left over later in the day, you can have a really big satisfying meal before bed, which is awesome. But I'm probably going to stagger my carbs. I'm definitely going to get 200 grams of carbs a day, and I might even do a small refeed and go, a little higher than 200 while staying in a deficit. But inshallah, I'm going to probably try to get at least 100 grams of carbs before my workout every day. Usually 2 carb meals or so. Like if I have a meal with sweet potato and egg whites in the morning, and then another meal with like pasta and beef, my ultra lean drained beef, then I should be good to go for gym performance with those 2 meals in me. But yesterday I only had 1 meal in me before the gym, and even though I ate a lot in that meal, 70 grams of carbs in that meal, it wasn't enough. Performance wasn't good, and performance is always important. Now, you're not going to lose muscle in a single bad session or anything like that, but if I chronically am too depleted to have good gym performance, then over the course of the cut I will lose more muscle than I otherwise should have, which is why preserving muscle is indeed important. You don't want to crash your metabolism or anything like that. But anyways, I've rambled for long enough. I saw actually some comments. Keep it up, jazakallah khair. And see some questions. Let's see what else. Sprite Zero. So it's definitely better than regular Sprite, but I usually prefer like stevia and monk fruit based, not artificial sweeteners, but like sugar-free drinks. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of sucralose because I do notice I get a bit bloated. Now, of course, if I was at a family function and I wanted a fizzy drink and all they had was Sprite Zero, yeah, I would drink it. It wouldn't mess up my deficit, and I would do it once. But if I wouldn't drink it every day, just because I would personally get bloated over time from having so much sucralose, but a lot of people don't get that issue, so it depends on the person. But anyways, just want to give you guys a quick update. And I'm not seeing your comment, Muhammad Ibrahim. I'm not sure what comment you're referring to. But anyways, all right, guys, I'll see you guys soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Have a blessed day. Keep crushing it.